When you look at rabbits and their wild counterparts, and you think about how do we raise rabbits, and how do we raise them in a domesticated way? Rabbits in the wild live very solitary lives. There's one here, there's one there. There's not a whole herd of them like you would see buffalo or something like that. What that means is it's important that they all have their own space. And we'll touch on this in a couple of different, like the reproductive lesson and things like that. But when we're talking about as we got started and how we wanted to actually raise domesticated rabbits and be different than the industry, there were some things that we did need to understand. And that is that rabbits live their solitary life. They dig burrows, they have their own little nest and dens. Females will actually push away and get rid of their young so that they don't have too much overpopulation in one space. They will not let their genetics stay close to home, so they'll be chasing off their younger female bunnies. So there's a lot of things that have rabbits their own space. And rabbits do dig, so you can't just put them on the ground and let them burrow and live anywhere, because then you can't get to the rabbits, you can't control their breeding stock, they're just gone. Raising them in the individual kind of battery style cage is a benefit for several reasons. Now, in the industry side of things, as I was looking at this as a young person, how do I want to raise rabbits on Polyface and be different? In the industry side of things, they'll raise them typically in multiple tiered levels, so the cages will be kind of on top of each other. They'll have a roof or a slanted solid panel that will catch the manure and urine and run it off into a major trough so it's not falling down through the different cages. And then it's being flushed out. Typically these are in older poultry houses that have maybe stopped raising poultry, and there's a whole long, gigantic building full of literally thousands of rabbits, producing more manure and urine than a small town. And it's being flushed out in water, going into a manure lagoon or a pit or a slurry, and being taken away in that way. Rabbit urine is one of the highest nitrogen content urine of any domesticated animal. It's why it smells so bad. Rabbits or rabbitries have a notorious reputation for smell, and even people who care for them getting lung burn or needing to wear protective gear, respirators, etc. to keep their breathing and lungs safe. Well, does that sound very fun to an 8-year-old kid? Or, hey, telling your friend, hey, you want to come over and see my rabbits, but you can't even enter the building because it smells so bad? Not really. So we was like, okay, how can we have rabbits in the elevated cages, in their own individual spaces, and yet not have to shovel manure every week? Like, again, as a 10-year-old, shoveling manure every week was not exactly high on my list. And how can we do this in a way that's enjoyable to be in? So one of the ways that we came up with this, and this was part of a brainchild of multi evenings of brainstorming and thinking and realizing that chickens stir bedding, chickens aerate, compost, and mulch, and that rabbits drop their manure and urine very similarly in the same place. Rabbits can actually be house trained because of that reason. You can put them in a place, and wherever they choose to, use the facilities, etc., you can put a litter box in that area, and they will actually be housebroken because they go in the same place every time. Very similar to hogs. Hogs in their pen, if you've raised hogs in your farm or homestead, they will kind of pick a corner, and that's the bathroom. Rabbits, very much the same way. So it's fairly easy to realize that the rabbits are dropping their manure in one spot, and it just piles up if it doesn't get taken care of. Shoveling out manure every week didn't sound too appealing at that age and at this point, and who really wants to do that anyway? Enter the chickens. We realized, well, hey, what if the chickens were underneath the rabbits, and we used the carbon, the carbonaceous diaper, and the soaking up and the sponge of the chips or the leaves or whatever carbonaceous material to hold that manure and urine, and let the chickens stir it up, let them use their rake on the end of their foot to stir this up and give it oxygen, give it air, and create compost. Then we would only have to deal with the manure once or twice a year. Enter the Racken House, the rabbit-chicken combination. That moved us from raising rabbits like everybody else to raising rabbits lunatic style. And by doing that, it created a twofold layers of production in the same operation, the same building. So instead of just having rabbits at one layer or chickens at one layer, we had 2 layers going on. We had the symbiotic relationship of the 2 animals working together, rabbits dropping their manure and urine, spilling a little bit of feed now and again, dropping little bits of green chop that comes to the rabbits, all of that going to the chickens. So you have 0 waste from the rabbits. The chickens are stirring the bedding. This means that there can't be rats and mice and voles and moles building nests and living in the bedding because the chickens are turning it up all the time. The chickens are incorporating the manure and urine from the one spot that the rabbits are dropping it into the entire space. All we have to do is add more carbon when necessary and let them soak it up and stir it all together. At the end of 6 to 12 months, you have this wonderful compost that's been turned multiple times. The chickens have incorporated all the manure and urine into the entire area, and it's been heated on a low level countless times. This creates a wonderful product for gardens, for pastures, for fertilizer, and you don't have to deal with smelly manure and urine, but you're dealing with good, fresh-smelling compost that's easy to handle, enjoyable to work with, and ready to apply right on plants and vegetation. If you just had the rabbits in their cages and it's dropping the manure, you could take that manure and apply it directly to your plants. It's best not to mix in too much of the urine to it because that makes it too hot and can burn your plants. But the rabbit pellets dried are great for your fertilizer. When we add the chickens, then that means that the rabbit manure gets mixed into all of the other parts of the bedding and the carbon and everything else. You can still apply it directly after it's gone through the compost, but you actually have more to apply because you have the carbon, the chips, the leaves, etc. as well, and that is all soaked up that nitrogen in the urine, and you can apply that also. Again, after the chicken manure has gone through its compost cycle as well, it is applicable to your plants as well. So you're not only taking your rabbit manure and being able to apply that, but you also can add in that chicken manure as well and apply it in a safe medium because it's in the compost. So again, that's why here at Polyface, we're able to take those two components, the chickens and the rabbits, put it together and have a much better product than just the rabbit pellets alone. But again, if you just have rabbits, you can apply those pellets directly to your plants. So let's talk a little bit about the compost and the manure. So this is just the straight rabbit manure here, and that falls in their piles and needs to be mixed in together. That's where the chickens come in. As they stir the bedding, you get more like this. So you see some of the pellets are still in there, but they're not raw. There's also the wood chips, little bits of hay, some more chips, and this is much more brown, and when you smell it, it should smell like when you go pick up garden mulch, like the brown mulch that you put on your vegetables or flower beds. It should smell like that, or the forest floor in the fall. Rake back those leaves, get that earthy smell. That's what this should smell like. Very low dust, good mixture of the chips and the manure. So again, don't be afraid to get down there and really smell your compost. That's where you know if you're doing well. If it smells, it means you need to add more carbon, which is be your wood chips, your hay, straw, something to soak up that manure and urine. So rabbits and chickens combination in the Racken House makes this magic happen. The symbiotic relationship between the chickens and the rabbits made the difference between an enjoyable workspace and an unenjoyable. It also made the difference between a healthy space and an unhealthy. Imagine you're going into a place that smells of ammonia all the time. The rabbits are living over that all the time. They're going to be breathing that in. Think about this when you're thinking about animals. I always ask this question. What is an animal taking in most every single day? Most people like to say food or feed or some type of grass plant. It's actually air and oxygen. So air quality is one of the most important things you can do for animal health. Air quality not only makes it enjoyable for the caregiver or the farmer, but it makes a much more healthy environment for the animals to live. The chickens and rabbits working together in symbiosis created this space for both animals, and at the same time, eliminating the need to deal with manure on a regular basis. So instead of shoveling out manure in a stinky, smelly rabbitry every week, all we had to do was shovel in one pickup load of carbon a month, give or take, and then once a year, come in with a tractor or a skid loader and shovel out with a little bit of help, handwork, remove all the compost, and put that directly into the spreader and apply to fields or put it on the gardens or what have you. And instead of it something that came a regular, non-appealing, very negative chore, it became something that was a positive. And that's a really win-win. Now you can do worm beds underneath. There's lots of ways that you can do it. But the chicken and rabbit combination is what created the kind of lunatic style of raising rabbits for us and solved a lot of problems for me as a young person getting into rabbits, not having to deal with that manure every week. The rabbits and chickens working together in symbiosis in one building created the two words together, Racken House. And that also solved the problems of the smelly space and the unhealthy environment for me as the rabbit caregiver and for the rabbits and chickens themselves. Again, the two animals working in symbiotic relationship, creating the Racken House, also solving the problems.